Hey, what's up guys, Tech Stuff Random here. In this video I'm gonna show you the $236 home entertainment and video editing PC build. This PC build just came into my mind because none of you guys play games and some of you only use your PC for home entertainment, so that's for searching the web. And you can also play some lighter titles. This build is actually meant also for esports gamers and for lighter titles, as I said before. And like video editing, you can also edit 4K videos, but it will take a while because these components are not the fastest. So now let's move on to the build. So for the CPU I picked Intel Celeron G3900 2.8 GHz dual core processor. So this Intel Celeron CPU comes from Skylake, so you don't need 200 series motherboard. And this CPU is capable of Battlefield 1 if you pair it with like decent GPU like GTX 1050. You can play Battlefield 1 on ultra settings on 60 FPS. If you want to check the benchmarks with GTX 1050, you can go to randomgaminginhd and check the $300 gaming PC build. So then we have the motherboard. So for the motherboard I picked MSI H110M Pro VD Micro ATX LGA 1151 motherboard. So this motherboard is really cheap and it won't have any BIOS problems on this CPU because they are both from Skylake. So the motherboard supports Skylake CPUs, so it will work fine. Yeah, and if you want to use Kaby Lake CPU on this motherboard, you must update the BIOS, and you can just ask in the store to update the BIOS for you. Actually, and like this motherboard is really good, especially for its price. So it supports 32 gigabytes of RAM, and like you won't be able to perform any crossfire or SLI here, but for one GPU and one CPU this is really good motherboard. So next we are moving on to the RAM. So for the memory I chose Patriot Viper 4 8GB DDR4 240 MHz memory. So this memory costs us $50, and it's really good because for 10 cents more you are getting 300 MHz more, because it's not 2133 MHz, but it's 2400 MHz memory. And the 8GB will suit you fine for home entertainment, and also all the esports titles run well on the 8 gigs. So next we have the storage. So for the storage I chose Mushkin Chronos 60GB solid state drive. So this solid state drive is really necessary in this build because like for the 60GB variant you can find it like for less than $40 if you're lucky, and like it will be enough to store all your content. And if you do make PowerPoints or edit like videos, you can store it on the Western Digital Caviar Blue 320GB hard drive. So yeah, we must pair one hard drive with this SSD so we can get nice storage combo, and the hard drive costs $20. So the next, moving on to the case, I chose Rosewill FBM Micro ATX Mini Tower case. So this tower case is really good because for $20 it has really good price performance, and like it has front USB ports, and like it has two 2.1 inch bays and one 3.5 inch bay, and yeah, and it's also like small, it's not big, so it suits fine on your desk or below the desk. And the last thing to power this PC on, I chose power supply. So for the power supply I chose Rosewill 450 watts 80 plus bronze efficiency power supply. So this power supply it retailed for $27, and because it has this bronze efficiency, you're not gonna pay that like high amount of dollars for your electricity bill. Yeah, it will save you some money on electricity, and it will also suit fine in this case because it's 80x and it's the right size. So now we're done with this build. So now I'm gonna tell you what this PC is capable of, and yeah, you can also check the PC part link in the description. So this PC is capable of 4K video editing. It will do 4K video editing like slowly, but it will pay off. And it's capable of 1080p low settings esports games, so like you can play CSGO and Overwatch and League of Legends, like all these esports games, Dota 2. And you can also use it for the home entertainment or for like web browsing, and for web browsing this is perfect build. And it's also really good for like photo editing in Photoshop. So yeah, it will do fine with Photoshop. So if you're any professional Photoshoppers out there, you can use this build because it's cheap and effective. And now we've done everything. I don't really have to tell you any more about this build. It's really nice and it's fast because it's SSD. So you can also check my other videos. I made $300 gaming build. That $300 gaming build can run GTA 5 on the somewhat respected settings on 60 FPS, and also Battlefield 1 on the Ultra on 60 FPS. So yeah, make sure to check that $300 build as well. And this is gonna be the end for this video. You can also support me on Patreon. Patreon link is in my channel and in every video description. Please leave a like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Goodbye.